Moose is in the house. Moose is in the house. Watch out. Watch out. Here's Moosey.
Hey y'all, how's it going? Hope you're doing fantastic. 1 second. Ugh. I am wearing the flesh color shirt, so I am assuming I'm gonna get some comments about that being like, I thought you weren't wearing a shirt. Which is fine. It's understandable. I'm kind of like, my voice isn't really recovered from this weekend, so I apologize if I'm going pony mode, aka I'm a little hoarse. I had my wife's holiday party. And then I had some other stuff going on as well. I ran a Street Fighter tournament for my gym, which required a lot of yelling. Super fun, though. Very, very cool. So it was a good weekend for me. I did work a lot, all those things notwithstanding, but quite busy. And my voice is kind of shot, so I apologize. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Hope you guys had a good week. I haven't really seen you since Monday. Monday was the last stream? Yeah, Monday was the last stream. I'm so excited to get back to more than like one stream a week, man. It's tough. It's tough only being able to do one. But we got the Monster Hunter 4 video out now. That was my Hull in Case of Emergency video. I've had it uploaded for like a month and a half now. And it's just like I don't have the time to make the videos I want to make, so I've been like sitting on that. Then I'm like, fuck it, let's just put up Monster Hunter 4. So Nuzlocke's not done yet, but we'll be running multiple video series in tandem. Anyway, I hope you guys are good. We got DXBL tonight. I'm just finalizing the seating. And by seating, I mean just making sure we got everybody uploaded. I think we're good. We got 30 people tonight. 30 monsters fighting. There's really only like 4 monsters in rank D that were not actually uploaded, which is pretty sick. But it did mean I had to make some cuts. So the next tournament we do, I can actually have a rank D tournament. It won't just be like 4 monsters fighting each other. So the next one is going to be probably rank B and rank D on the same day. And then maybe some of the monsters from rank C that haven't fought as well. We'll just do an amalgam of everything. Everybody will get some fights. And then, yeah, we'll be able to have at least cleared out rank or lightweight at that point. Hey, Goat, thank you for the sub. Very kind of you. 49 months. Holy moly. Also, I was going to... this month's Moosebones Classics was going to be Monkey Puncher. And then I'm watching the VODs back, and I actually streamed it like 4 days in a row. So there's like 10 hours of footage. Well, there's more than that. There's like 15 hours of footage. So it's not really enough to make like one video out of it. And so what I think this month's is going to be is we're going to do the pack opening when I open the 10 packs of Monster Hunter cards. Just as like a something extra that the Patreon and YouTube member fans get access to. And then Monkey Puncher will be an actual thing. The cuss word censoring on the Monster Hunter 4 vid is perfect. It's very funny because Project L did it. We were just testing to see if it was going to make a difference in the algorithm or whatever. YouTube specifically put out a video after he had edited it saying that curse words aren't going to impact viewability and like discoverability unless, you know, it's about a specific curse word, like the video is about that. But that said, a couple of things are pretty funny about it. One, it is doing significantly better than a lot of my recent videos have done. That could also just be because it's a video about Monster Hunter 4 and it's novel. And the thing with like long series is that people tend to like bounce off of them eventually. Like the first episode in the series gets a lot of traction and then the rest of it's kind of whatever. But two, the third word I say in the video is fuck, and he doesn't censor it. It's just a hard, like, cold open to me saying what the fuck. And then he censors every word after that. And I thought that was pretty funny. And completely unintentional, but I was like, I could have edited that, but it's fine. We'll leave it as is. So you don't even know what you're getting in for with the video at that point. Okay, so 30 mons. Let me update the bracket. This is one of my last, like, really, really insane weeks. This week and next week are, like, really tough. And then things start to slow down as it gets closer to Christmas. So I'm pretty excited to have time to, like, make some more videos. Also, I've got a fire lit under my ass about, like, making good stuff. Because I gotta show you guys something after I get this up. Okay, save. Okay, and now bracket. Pin that. Manually till the end of stream. And then let me add this to the YouTube description, and then we're good to go. I didn't copy the whole thing. Okay, cool. So, let's see if I can find the video real quick. Someone put out a video a couple of days ago. It's a very good video. And, I wouldn't say he makes similar videos to me, but a lot of you people probably know who he is. And he happened to make a very good video. So let's take a look at what video it was real quick. That's gonna be stuck in my head now. And believe it or not, there's a lot of crossover between this SSX video he decided to make and the entire thesis of the one I was making. So I got beat to the punch on that. It's okay. It's a good video. He did a good job. And so the nice thing about the script I was writing is that part of it was about, you know, SSX Tricky to SSX3 was like such a big jump stylistically, and, you know, the fallout of that. And then, you know, EA was changing at the time, yada, yada, yada. And his video was about that specifically. My video was like partially about that, and it was partially about finding the perfect video game. It's from last week? No, it should not be. It is, though. Why is it? You're right, it is, but it shouldn't be. What the fuck, man? It's not even the same thing. Dude, I hate this fucking thing. Why? Oh, I know what I did. 'Cause I'm stupid. I fixed the wrong command. Did I say I'm not putting it out? No. It's not that I'm not putting it out. It's that I'm pivoting the script a little bit. So originally I had a lot of focus on how EA kind of fucked up SSX in a pretty substantial way, and how it made something that was fun into something that is like soulless and bleak. Something that is like known for being like the most fun into something that's like soulless and bleak. And, you know, pivoting more into like a video about like the perfect video game, because that was originally the script, and then it went through like a bunch of different iterations. Okay, so the bracket is correct now. Anyway, so, you know, nothing says two bad bitches can't coexist, but oh, I don't need that. That's old. It's just I don't want to put out the exact same video that he just put out. And it wouldn't be the exact same. We have a different point of view and all that, and I'm far like, I really don't believe in the, like, oh, someone else made this so you can't also make it. I don't think that's true at all. But, you know, it's just, he had something interesting to say, and he did a good job. And I think I have something, it helps me, like, pinpoint the focus of the video a little bit more. Because I felt like it was kind of off rails, and there was, like, a lot of things I was talking about at the same time. And now it's like, well, all right, what can I do now, you know? The thing that's, oh, here, let me change this. Mine's a little bit more complicated. Mine talks about the, or rather what I'm going to expand on instead of what was originally a kind of a footnote that, like, got into the whole, like, SSX and the deterioration of the series. Is now going to be more about expanding that footnote into the matrix of, is this thing good? Is this thing bad? Do I like this thing? Do I not like this thing? Because something can be pretty shitty on, like, an objective level, and you can still enjoy it. And something can be, like, fundamentally very strong, and, like, it hits all the check marks and benchmarks that it plans to, and it can be, like, unenjoyable. And that was, like, me, I was using SSX to, like, describe that matrix, and, like, how stuff like On Tour and whatever, it kind of does everything it, like, sets out to do in, like, a very, very methodical way, but the game kind of sucks because of it. How old was that Monster Rancher 4 video? Like a year old? I think it's like January 2024 or something. Been watching for years on YouTube. Was able to catch you on Twitch. Welcome. Yeah, we haven't started the tournament yet, but we'll be starting in a sec. Moosoids? Oh god, can't say that. Stark knows exactly what I'm talking about with the matrix of, is this thing good? Is this thing bad? Do I enjoy it? Do I not enjoy it? Because he loves Forbidden Memories, and that's, like, I think Forbidden Memories is a very fun game, and it's also, like, pretty objectively, like, not a good game. Sorry, because I think this should probably be obvious. What is, okay, SSX is a snowboarding, it's like an arcade game from, like, the PS2 era. It was like the Tony Hawk of snowboarding. Even though there technically was a Tony Hawk of snowboarding in the Sean Palmer snowboarding, but that game is, like, pretty shitty. Some Duelist of the Roses. Duelist of the Roses is such a fun idea for a game that's just, like, fundamentally doesn't work. But yeah, anyway, the video, like, that was a small portion, and then I was talking about that and, like, how SSX, like, fits into that. But I think I'm just gonna focus on that now for the video, which I think will be pretty good. Canadians talking about snowboarding. It's true, that is happening. But anyway, we can talk about that some more. Let's get this show on the road. You're here playing Monster Rancher. Monster Rancher is actually a pretty good example of a game that is my favorite game of all time. I say that like, oh, it's a good example of a game that is my favorite game of all time, as if that isn't like a Boolean, either it is or it isn't. But Monster Rancher has some pretty big pitfalls in terms of, like, design, and I wouldn't say any of that is mechanical. I think the mechanics and what it does is, like, pretty close to, it's hard for me to get removed from it, because in my opinion it's, like, basically just perfect. It's a perfect game mechanically, and it's really, really hard for me to take a step back and judge any of the mechanics of Monster Rancher 2. The things I think it is really weak in, music is pretty bad. This is one of the best songs, and it's like a 15-second loop. I don't know what you would do to make it better, but, like, it's pretty monotonous and it's pretty droning, and when it's not, it's just, it's fucking crazy. There's like no middle ground. There's no just like, this serves the purpose of being in the background in a way that isn't like either anxiety inducing or like ennui inducing. Like the Monster Rancher 1 ranch music. I do like that they did away with trumpets for everything in Monster Rancher 2. I think that's pretty bad. But a big thing about like the good or bad is that people are kind of they're kind of cowardly when it comes to talking about stuff, and they love to just be like, we're playing the game, by the way. I'm getting the shit set up. People are kind of cowardly, and they love to just go like, well, you know what? It's not for me. And that's such a cop-out, because I can understand at a base level not liking something and not giving enough of a shit about it to look deeper into that. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? If you're like, oh, I really don't like this thing, but like I don't fucking care, man. Saying it's not for me is just a very easy, that's that. Whatever, I don't have to think about it anymore, right? But when you do have opinions on it, right? And you're like, oh, I don't like this about it, I don't like that about it. And then you're like, I can understand why someone else would like it. This isn't for me. The TLDR is that this isn't for me as like a phrase to use in terms of like a piece of art is pretty lazy, because you're saying most of the time that comes before, or like it comes in the absence of actual critique. Whereas this isn't for me is such a very specific thing. Like you're saying something very important when you're saying something's not for you, and you should be able to explain why it's not for you, and the things that the game does badly, or the things that like the album does badly, or like the issues with it, I don't know, visual art, like whatever it happens to be. And then because you can like list and itemize all of its failings, you can be like, this isn't for me because of this, right? Are we a Gamba or no Gamba? We're probably gonna Gamba in the last round. I've never touched Baten Kaitos. I don't want to play a 9,000 hour game. It does seem kind of cool. Dragoon meets Thousand Years Door. That's awesome. Anyway. Do you have a critique of Monster Rancher and it's related to the formats we have? That's actually part of the video too, because metagames are very, very difficult, and it's really easy for people to... and I'm not saying you're doing this, and I'm not saying you're doing it with any ill will or anything. I'm just the royal you, or the royal we. It's very easy for us to criticize a metagame, like the game within the game. But if we're playing in a way that's not intended, it's very hard to critique the game in like any sort of like legitimate sense. If it's like, oh, by the way, the game doesn't let me do this crazy shit. Like that's not the game. The game didn't take your your ideas into consideration. Yeah, anyway. Let's play some Monster Rancher. Let's play a perfect game. Shikita Yida with... I love it. I have 100 skill. Still over 60% on everything. Love that. Don't know if we should critique the game or our formats. Well, I mean, if you're... Here's the thing. Another thing. Figure out a format that works. That we're not currently doing. It's very easy to sit on the sidelines and be like, you know what, this doesn't work, we should do something different. There's like 4 of us in the entire community who have made something that people actually want to play. So you're well within your your rights to want to try something new. But there's a reason things aren't being tried. The heavy blow miss. Chiquita Yida didn't land anything last time. There we go. He's got a hit. He's on the board. Red Wisp. Ooh. Chiquita Yida does not like getting withered. Okay. This is starting to get kind of sad. He's hit like 160 out of like 12. Okay, game number 3, here we go. 246 addresses this problem. There's already like 4 other formats that did that before 246. There's 300 Cup, there's max stats, there's other stat block formats. There was, I think one of the things in the Speeble had something like that. 246 is like a stat block tournament, JP, where you have to do 2 stats at 200, 2 stats at 400, and 2 stats at 600. So similar to like the level 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 tournaments that like Engine ran and stuff like that. Okay, so Chiquita Yeet wins that one 2-1. Weenie and Jam and Jelly up next. Making a fun format is very, very difficult. One 246 is like 2 and 2 halves meta, pretty fun. 246 is like a 2 and 2 halves meta, pretty fun and super easy to raise for. Yeah. Damn, beat his ass. Yeah, 246 is a sick format. A 1 2 3 4 5 6 would be cool too, I think. Though you'd probably want something a little bit higher, so you don't have to worry about drop stats. Damn, Weenie. You gotta take it. Alright, game number 3. Hey, Spin, how are you doing? Want to remake my galley one day? It doesn't have lifespan enough to get uses for Giant Thwack and Napalm? That's sick. Jam and Jelly having a hard time here. Alright. He tried. Next up, Four-Sided Dicey and Paladin Toaster. The monkeys keep coming, man. No monkey sweep? Not yet. Depending on how this goes, it might just be up to me. And they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. They don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. Tried a yoga class tonight? That's cool. Yoga is so much tougher than people give it credit for. It's so hard to like hold like a pose that you're not used to if you're not flexible. Like way more physically demanding than you think it would be. It's so easy to think of like physicality in terms of just raw strength and like cardio. All right, we're going to game 3 just like that. Two in a row? He tried it. He didn't get it, but he did try it. The slap. Angry T-Ball? Holy shit. Four-Sided Dicey doing a good job of getting out of there. Recently raised the Hound Dragon for freshmen. Got Tram up next. Maybe Galley will be after that. That's it's quite the list of mons you're working on. The Ease. Oh, Cut in 2 could have killed there with Ease active. Four-Sided Dicey gonna take it. As evidenced by how much people hate doing planks, I've gotten to the point where like I'm pretty okay with them, to be completely honest. I'm not doing them for more than like 3 minutes at a time. But like I remember when like a 30-second plank was like, I'd rather die. And now it's like 3 minutes is like, yeah, it's long, but it's okay. Dirty Myrtle. Ape sweep soon? Maybe. Yeah, planks have been like a pretty big part of my routine now. When I'm just doing like a brainless workout, I'm doing a lot of planks. Having 10 spinal damage, my first physical therapist was like, well, we're going to try and do some yoga before we prescribe you anything or try more physical. Cool. What? What the fuck? She's trying to kill you, man. Damn, that's attempted murder. What the hell? But yeah, my real brainless workout rotation is like, it's like 15 to 20. It depends on like how many sets of like the whole rotation I want to do, but it's like 15 to 20 squats with 80 pounds, and then I'll do like lateral arm raises with 15 to 20 pounds to do like 10 of that, and then I'll do like 3 minutes on speed bag, and then like core, and then back to legs, and then arms, and then speed bag or double-sided bag or whatever. On a day when I'm not doing like a lot of cardio. So I'll just like take my time and do that rotation, and I'll do that for like half an hour. And then I usually end it with like a, I don't know, 15-20 minute on the elliptical. Try to get like 2 miles in. Depends how I'm feeling. Alright, Dirty Myrtle gonna take it. Sometimes I like, I'll stop the lateral arm raises to do like heavy bag. Jacobert and unpopular. It's really like unscientific, and it's just like doing stuff a lot. Just doing a lot of reps of like, was that a 3-0? I thought it was a 2-1. Either way, I wrote it down correctly. Who's Jacobert fighting? Unpopular. Every day you look for the pump? Hell yeah. My ab routine is literally like, I just hold it until like nothing else hurts anymore. So like, you know, if I've done a lot of like arm raises or like curls or squats or whatever, and my body's just like aching, I'll just like do sit-ups until my arms are okay again. So if that's like 50, if that's like 80, whatever happens to be. It's really crazy that I can do like pretty consistently like 100 sit-ups without too much trouble, when it was like, I was like struggling to do like 10 when I started. And not even, you know, I was out of shape and my core was weak, but it was mostly like just back injury. Like, I had a lower back injury when I was at work, and because of that, my whole body was like constantly overcompensating by like not using any back muscles. Hobbs and Magic Band. That was a very quick set. Yeah, so I was talking about this last week too, but the fight I had scheduled in January is not going to happen. Oh, I really got to change my I gotta figure out a quick way to, like, revert all the changes I made. Anyway. You guys get to see Tanuki, I suppose. I love this art, though. I love the card. I think I did a great job. Anyway, he doesn't look like Hobbs because he's a completely different monster, but that's fine. Don't worry about it. Jill Hopper, yeah. I still haven't uploaded Carapace. I have to make the battle portrait still. I still haven't done it. It's gonna take me like 10 seconds to do it, but it's just the thing. It's like, oh, I gotta open Photoshop. I don't want to do it. Carapace is Arrowhead Worm. But Jarl Beam? You got him with the beam. I'm sorry, Jam. Alright, game number 3, here we go. The big misses. Can't hit anything. The thing that's unfortunate about Jill that I wish I could change is that the texture in between his fingers and toes is the same. So because I made his feet first, the texture inside his fingers is like black. Even though his hands are white, so it like looks a little goofy. But I got to a point I'm like, I'm simply not doing any more work on this. Magic Man with the 2-1. Phoenix, and I'm a fuzzy duck. Just gotta roll with it, yeah. A lot of the new stuff people have been making looks really good, though. I'm really impressed. It makes sense that it would be the case, but over time, the designs have gotten a lot stronger. Well, it looks so good, I thought I was going insane. I didn't remember any hopper subs being in the game. Yeah, I retextured that. Slowed down a lot, but the quality is crazy. I think that's what you want, though, right? You don't want people just, like, shitting out. Like, I made 9 designs today. You want someone to take, like, 2 weeks to make something good. That was also always going to happen, right? As the novelty wears off and it starts to feel like actual work because people have like done the ones they really wanted to do, and now they're just like they're making stuff that was like maybe their 6th or 7th favorite. But we got a good group of people working on it, I think. Phoenix won game 1, right? Or no, I'm a fuzzy duck won game 1, right? We have 1 heavyweight submitted. Can I add one and also replace my current one? No, you can only have 1 of each. I'm pretty sure that's 1-1, right? So if you have a heavyweight, you can either replace it or add a new one. You can put 3 new monsters, basically, is what it is. Whether you want to replace them or not. I'm pretty sure that's 1-1. If Phoenix wins this, then I know for sure. Alright, so Phoenix won it. But yeah, man, the Street Fighter tournament I held was really funny. So it was Street Fighter 2 Turbo, not Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. So Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting. Because it was the one I had easy access to. One I had an easy port access to. Because I have the Super Nintendo Classic, like the little mini thing they made. And it was the version of Street Fighter 2 that most people who are super casual are familiar with. And so we were playing on that, and it was really funny because my coach was like, we can't have you play, like, that's not fair. He was pretty hyped about it, in the same way that a lot of people who play fighting games are hyped to play someone who is, like, way better than them, because they're just like, I want to learn, I want to see what someone who's actually good at the game can do, you know? But I also, like, had not played the game in 15 years. So I was like, you know what, I'm chilling. I'm not going to go too ham on these people. I'm going to play, like, 5 different characters in bracket. And also, a thing I completely forgot is that you can set a handicap for yourself before the fight starts. Also, this is Carapace. I don't have the art for it yet, but we got our wormy boy here. And so yeah, I played the whole tournament with like a damage and like defense debuff, and I actually lost one round in the round robin, and then I ended up winning the tournament. But it was really cool. It was fun seeing how people like functioned on like just fundamentals, like the eyes on the claws. Thank you. That was Shell's idea, I'm pretty sure. I stole the idea. Chill Jillin, Lame Punch Man. Is there a Durhan Hanger? There's a Durhan Hanger, and it is called Battle Droid or something. It looks really sick. That's actually one of the cooler ones. Trying to think of a good name for a Gold Suezo. You could call it Gold Suezo. Oh, you mean you're raising a Gold Suezo. Green screening myself into Monster Rancher 2 footage for my video has been unbelievably fun. Yeah, I think the next video I make that's not Monster Rancher related, there's going to be some green screen stuff in it. I got a comment today that was like, face reveal, OMG, I thought he was black this whole time. And they gotta be fucking with me, right? Like, there's no way. Mystic combo. Naming your tournament monster the same as the breed is hidden tech. It's actually crazy. They gotta be trolling me. There's a couple of layers to that. Also, this box goes too high. I'm doing the wrong thing. I only want it to go to there. Okay, I was doing OBS stuff. Is that 2 kills? He hit him with the ice spikes. Or the ice wave. I don't know if it killed though. Chinese Moose Bones is best Moose Bones. White streamer streams in perfect Chinese. I don't know. 2-1 Jill? Okay, thank you. Appreciate you, JP. Sono Head and Cyclops. Music stopped? I thought this guy's supposed to be bald. No, I got the hair. Totally random. Have I watched Smiling Friends? Yes, I have. I haven't seen like a lot of episodes, but I know a lot of like clips through osmosis. Wig removal stream when? Gotta get my hair cut. Let me hit play here and then see what day I have off next. It's actually Wednesday. I just got an invitation to work an event this Wednesday night, and it's like I can't work Wednesday nights. I made like a whole email to my boss about it, and he was like, "Okay, cool, no problem." So he sends it to me, and I'm like, I hope you have like someone else lined up to do this, because I've got sparring. Haha, you clowns. Is Haha, you clowns the... It's like everything is like really gnarly looking, but like it's like a very wholesome family, and it's just like four sons who love their dad, and they're like dealing with their mom dying. Yes? Okay. I saw a clip of it today, and I was like, this shit rocks, but like I didn't know what it was called. Dial up and Brixie. The idea that like a show doesn't have actual like conflict is such a funny premise. Oh, we got another pull block. Hit the Brixie. Okay. Any surprise results so far? Not really. I don't think anybody here is like super mismatched. And this is D rank, so all these monsters have like done a little bit less well than the other monsters in the rank have. So they, you know, so they're fighting for best of the worst right now. Launched himself into your arm Scooby-Doo style. We did have Poison Miss Bolt at 98%. We did, yeah. Tasty Banana Ape is doing bad, yeah. Just gonna headbutt his way to victory, yep. He'll do it. Gave her a concussion, that's crazy. Victory pose, the whoop. Dayton Airways and I'm full of soup. So I don't know why, but it's so hot in here. Turn up my fan a little bit. It's been like pretty cold the last couple days, and today was not like super nice out. It was a little bit rainy, but it's warm. It's warm now. I don't know why. Okay, identical builds basically. The Blizzard, the Seed Gun, the Seed Gun. The Seed Gun. Miss at 90? That might end up mattering. Another Blizzard. It's going to... No crit, though. I was going to say it's going to crit. I was just assuming it was going to crit. Oh, and the Face Drill gives him power? Yeah, that miss at 90. It mattered. The miss at 90 mattered. Oh, no. Okay, game number 2. Alright, we got a miss at 90 as well. Seed Gun with a life lead. Life steal. Another Seed Gun. What's he got? Ice Bomb miss at 84. Oh. Alright, they both got one. Next game. Double seed gun, blizzard. Again, no crits. Pretty even. Ooh, 1-2 gonna do a huge chunk of damage. I'm full of soup's got a lot of guts. Lifesteal would be huge here. He hits it. Oh my god. Still not out of trouble though. Blizzard on a crit might kill. Stab probably gonna kill. Yeah, he gets the grit though. He's got a 50 guts lead. What's he swinging? Is he swinging anything? Plant combo. The one move he didn't need to. Oh my god, we got a grit tie. I'm full of soup is gonna win it on the grit tie. He wins it on the grit tie. The game said they were the same number, but they were not the same number. It measures to 2 decimal points, even though it only shows 1. Wet paint and Bartholomeus. Bartholomeus. Or Muse. One or the other. Not being able to reduce the 30 defense actually won the set, yeah. Alright, the wall and the worm. The classic, iconic parable we all know and we all love. Taught to us in grade 1 as part of the curriculum. I don't know what I'm saying. Bartholomeus gets hit with a big laser. Shamaschaltz. Shamaschaltz. And the bite, I don't know why I'm doing like a nerdy Sean Connery. I don't know what voice that was. It's fine, don't worry about it. God, I have my lips are starting to crack a little bit. Because 'tis the season, and I have like a split right in the bottom, and it's so uncomfortable, right? Like it doesn't hurt. It's just like a reminder every time I like talk. It's like, hey, I'm here. Little cut. Like fuck off, buddy. The somersaults. Into the 2 lashes. He went horizontal. He went vertical. He's got to go diagonal now. His opponent went horizontal too. I learned it from you, Dad. The worm is gonna take it. Garlic bread and let Leo on bench. Bite is diagonal? No, garlic bread has a hyphen. I don't know. I guess bite is kind of diagonal. It's mostly vertical. Not something I'm willing to argue about. Alright, we got another Zilla. We got another Tiger. Oh, the earthquake! Alright. The big moves. And use a combo breaker? Nope. I'm probably not going to do it this year. Though. I'm not really in the mood to travel to the States for like any reason. Howdy, howdy. Anyway, this freaking whale doing big whale damage. Clover and It's Mochi. Alright, it's this. We got more worms, don't worry about it. Yeah, I've had so many people be like, and like, I know they're not doing it to be annoying, and they're not doing it to be, like, condescending or anything, right? But people are constantly like, oh, I'm excited for Combo Breaker this year, and it's like, one, we don't know if Monster Rancher is going to get accepted. I still have to go through the process every year. I explain this every time. It's not like a guaranteed thing. I don't have like an in with Rick. Like, it's not like, hey buddy, let me run my tournament again. I don't know him like that. I've spoken to him in DMs like twice. Two, it's a lot of work, and it really depends on my schedule and stuff like that. I've just been lucky the last couple of years I was able to take time off. It's very, very expensive. Like, a thing that people don't really realize is I'm out of pocket like $1,000 to run Combo Breaker. Like, every year I do it. And it's fine, because, you know, it's a weekend away, and I just I eat the expense, because it's a fun thing to do. But it's expensive. And third, my name looks Latino as fuck if you don't know anything about the language. Which, you know, 95% of Americans don't. I'm not looking to get into any trouble. Deluxe Cup probably expensive enough. I still haven't even gotten the prizes lined up for this year because I haven't had time. Or for, like, last year, rather. But yes, it's expensive. I think one of these parts is less important than the others. Well, what part would that be? The one where it's very easy for me to get detained at the border? For having a name that looks vaguely Mexican? Is that the less important one? Also, this is like... I've lost track. Is this a 1-1? We'll play a third game. You guys can yell at me. Thought my name is French. It is. It's Boussière. But it's written in a way that, you know, the American education system has trained people to think that it's Boussières, which, you know, sounds Spanish vaguely. My dad's had trouble, like, working in the States where people will, like, call him a beaner and stuff, and it's like, he's a white guy. Like, what the fuck, man? He's a French Canadian. He couldn't speak English till he was, like, 12. Ochi 2 on this game is not needed? Okay, thank you. Chiquita Yita and Dirty Myrtle. Dude, sick names fighting each other, though. See a name that sounds vaguely foreign, activate something into them? Yeah, see how they pronounce fucking Brett Favre. Like what the hell? Like... Entire country under mass delusion. Like, we'll just say the letters out of order if it makes it sound more American. I do love my American friends, but I don't know. I'm not really interested in going to the States right now. Do PvP tournament on Parsec? Yeah, you can do that too. The bubbles miss. The big slab. Not interested in going to the States and I live here. This is like, none of this is guaranteed one way or the other, right? It's just like, I don't really have a strong inclination to do it again. Because of, you know, what I've gone through in the past and like what's currently going on now. Also, like, not to make it like all about me and like woe is me and all this, but like some of the conversations I have to endure, like where people don't have the social awareness to realize they're being like really shitty to me. And it's like, you know, with all due respect, I do these events for people, and I gotta listen about how it's like, it's tough to be in the community and like run events when Moose Bones is also running events, because, you know, everybody thinks I'm like out to get them, or like just like random shit they've like made up in their head. And it's like, okay, cool, we're like stuck in the same spot, and you're like, not only are you following me around, you're following me around to talk about how hard it is to like you know, like do like try to be part of the scene in my shadow, which is like, why would I want to hear that, man? Like, there's like multiple people came up to me and said something similar, and it was just like, what do you want me to do about this? I'm doing everything I can to promote the community. If you feel like you're not getting enough out of it, then like, I don't know, maybe try harder. I don't know what to say. People are gonna watch this, and they're gonna know I'm talking about them. And, you know, I'm not putting anybody on blast. I'm not gonna say any names or anything like that. I think that would be super fucked up. But there's like 3 or 4 of you who said something like that, and the circumstances in which it was said was like very, like, I know it wasn't meant to be insulting or like shitty to me, but it was so unbelievably awkward to have to sit there and listen to it. This is the next fight, right? Weenie and Unpopular, yeah. Damn. It's a weird excuse for not succeeding. I mean, it was some of that, but it was more just like, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I think the worst I've done to you is rant to foolery for 30 minutes in your hotel room. There was some of that, yeah. JP, my problems with you are completely separate. Let's say that. Love you too, man. Damn, he's beating his ass with Turn Assault, eh? There's nobody that I met through Monster Rancher that I'm like, fuck, I hope I never see that guy again. The community is like surprisingly chill. There's people I've met playing like every other game I've ever played competitively where I'm like, I never want to see this freak again. But Monster Rancher hasn't had that happen. So that's pretty sick. Watched a 10-year YouTube content the other day. Used to love Monster Rancher 2 growing up. Hell yeah. Yeah, the game's sick. We're still running events. We're still doing all the fun stuff. Monster Rancher's not freaky enough. I beg to differ, but it's different. Pixie's trying her best, yeah. Unpopular's cool. I'm a fan of Unpopular. Someone has to be Jobber. Hey, 24K Rombi. Welcome, welcome. Also, that was loud as shit. Turn that down a little bit. Four-sided dicey, big damage. Big slaps. Magic Man only needs the one, though. Oh. He missed it, but he's also got a shot. Left jab might not kill? No, left jab will do like 40 damage, but yeah, man, it was, I don't know, it was last year was kind of awkward in terms of like the conversations I had. One person like literally said, and again, I don't think they meant this to be like accusatory or whatever. Damn, you survived the magic punch. That's crazy. Wasn't enough. Was that like I didn't do enough to like support small tournaments or whatever because I never entered them. And I was just like, brother, I barely enter my own tournaments. The only reason I enter my own tournaments is because I'm the one running them. And I can like, you know, stream a build for the sake of like doing something. And I was like, I've got a channel in my Discord channel to promote whatever you want to promote. I opened up the floodgates on that so anyone can promote anything they're working on. I don't know what more can be done. I give everyone a shout out. Anybody posts they're doing a tournament, I retweet it or whatever. I don't know. 246 is really interesting to me. It is a tournament format I would like to build something for. I think the people who run tournaments, I'm the only one who doesn't enter their own things. Life gets in the way sometimes. Just how it is. Also, like, this is a league, so, like, 9 times out of 10, I don't actually have a guy fighting. But 246, like, I was really interested in it. It's just, I simply don't have time. Monster Rancher 3, super sick. I've been entering monsters in Monster Rancher 3 stuff. I haven't done anything for the last 2 months because... Fuck, I can't even get, like, my Nuzlocke videos out on time. I don't have time to, like, make a monster. Donating cursory information, you are the one that facilitates all the tournaments. I don't know if I would go that far. There's people who came before me. I will say I get uncomfortable when it's like the other way around as well. When someone's like you carry the scene on your back, like that's kind of like also like it's appreciated that someone feels that way, but it feels like, dude, Legend Cup is like right there. Like it's not me. There's so many other people doing like a shit ton of work. So is that 2-0? That's 2-0, right? Yeah. So many people run in tournaments. If it was just up to me, you guys would get 1 tournament a week, and it would be with monsters that you already entered. You wouldn't be building anything new. So the ecosystem needs something like that. And it needs something where it's like, oh, I can make a new monster for this thing coming up. And it needs a repository of information. And, you know, it needs people on the Discord just helping new players figure out information. Carried the monkey puncher scene? Okay, that's true. That is true. And that said, even then, Lexi was doing like a bunch of like deep diving in it to figure out how the systems work. So I don't even... It's still like 50-50 maybe. Alright, here we go. Chill, Jill, and I'm full of soup. No Legend Banana yet? Yeah, not yet. But anyway, I didn't really want to soapbox about that stuff. It was just like... Combo Breaker is like a huge commitment, even for something, an event that small. And I love going every year. I had so much fun the last 2 years. But again, nothing set in stone. And it's just... I don't know. Will I have time? Will I have the money? Will I have to worry about getting detained at the border? Just could have gone this year. It's a commitment for like everybody. All right, Chill Jill gonna take that one. Chill Jill beating ass. How many people want to kick some ass? I do. How many people sick of holding it back? What a good song, man. Well, I am too. Don't lay no finger on her. She's mine and I still want her. You can lay your hands upon her, you're a goner. Was that Stroke 9? You guys don't know what I'm talking about. We got no Stroke 9 heads in here. Kind of dipped after the tourney last year. Jay and Silent Bob. Is that what that's from? It's just like, it's been in my brain for like 20 years and I can't remember where I first heard it. Stroke 9 had that and they had, what was the other one? Little Black Backpack. It was in the movie? Okay. Alright. I used to be a nerd living in the suburbs. Nothing in my life ever went wrong, so I write it down in the song. Pretend I'm from the hood. Say stuff like, it's all good. I don't know the other stuff. Something about bashing someone's head in. How many people want to kick some ass? Kind of a funny song. Jungle Love, yeah, me too. Oh wee, oh wee. The bite is kind of diagonal. So he's hitting from all three dimensions. Bartholomew is still in there. 2 lashes beats his ass for going to game 3. Dude, my friend has a really funny story. I don't like telling stories about like other people's stories, you know. It's pretty. How do I say this? It's like it's stolen valor, right? To tell a funny story that happened to someone else. But I had to hear about it the day of. So my friend was watching Dogma with his older brother on VHS. So like the movie had like just come out recently. Is Dragon Galley's transparency messed up in DX? No, that's what his head actually looks like. And his dad was like, what is this movie? And both he and his brother are like, no, it's fine. It's a comedy. It is what it is. And he's like, all right, well, as long as it's like made for kids. Like, it looks a little adult, but as long as it's made for kids. And his parents were like very strict about like really funny things. Like they would like drink a lot and like whatever, but like they hated swearing. And his dad walks out of the room, and it's the second he walks out of the room, it's the scene where he's just yelling fuck like 100 times in a row, and his dad storms back in. And he pulls the VHS out of the cassette, out of the deck without ejecting it. Just like rips the whole thing, rips the front of it off, and just throws it on the ground and just smashes it the shit out of the fucking tape. Just Hulk strengthed it out of the fucking VHS player, ripped the whole front of it off. It was so blinded by rage he couldn't press the eject button. I think that's pretty sick. That's the whole story. I think that's sick as hell that he did that. You ever see the news coverage where Kevin Smith was actually in a protest over the opening of Dogma? No, I didn't see that. Dads used to be different, is all I'm saying. My friend, there was no, like, you know, corporal punishment. Nobody got hit. But, damn, that shit's crazy. Yeah, his dad, like, lost his mind. We also, at one point, like, in their basement, they had a, his dad had, like, a workshop. It was just, like, a side door that was normally locked because it was like, filled with, like, expensive tools and stuff. A little workshop. And there's this crate that was just wood. It was just a wooden crate. And there's no, like, latch on it or anything. It was just a bunch of planks that were nailed together or screwed together. And I remember we were looking at it one day and we were like, what the fuck is this? Like, it's just a big ass... Is it a workbench? What is it? But it was heavy as shit. So we're like, let's take a couple of the screws out and see if there's, like, anything inside. I don't know why we thought it was like a treasure chest. It was just like a big ass box. And we open it up and it's literally filled with like 400 porn VHSs. Like shit from like the early 80s. Like there's like betas in there. Like, I don't know, man. It was crazy. What a collection. I don't remember if we watched any, but it was just like, what the fuck? Yeah, it did find a treasure chest. In a way. Exactly. Oh, a headbutt's not enough. Wasn't there going to be a new Clerks movie sometime soon? I think this is 1-1, right? I'm too busy talking about the treasure chest of porn. Alright, well. No, he's not done. He's still in it. Energy steal? Holy shit. The twig galling miss. The belly attack miss. Everyone's still in it. Oh, he hits it there. Dial up is going to take it. Alright, it's Mochi and Alice up next. Man. It turns out a friend of mine, I'm just thinking about like high school and shit. A friend of mine now works for like the Toronto Fire Department. I haven't seen him since high school. But maybe I've seen him like once or twice since. But the hall he's stationed at is really close to where I work, so you know, I'm planning something to go hang out someday. Go say hi. But he was one of my like better friends' little cousin, and he would come along with us like when we went skateboarding and stuff. It started off as like a bring your cousin, like let him play with you guys type of vibe. And then he got like pretty good at skateboarding to the point where like, you know, he was like not like incredible like pro sponsorship material, but like he was winning all the like the little kid tournaments, all the competitions and stuff. He was doing pretty sick. And, you know, relatively he was probably the best out of all of us after a certain amount of time. But I remember one time we made a skate team. We had a team and we were trying to make a little sponsor me tape. And we spray painted the logo of our team onto his back. And it was so painful. And it's not something that like I ever thought would be like painful. It's just paint, right? But apparently it like burned the shit out of his skin. Feels so bad in retrospect. I felt bad when it happened because he was just like screaming. And like we're like, you have to be like exaggerating, right? But and you know, I think there was an aspect of it that was like he was exaggerating, and like he was more so just pissed off or like scared that his parents were gonna like kill him when they saw that he had spray painted his back. Or like he very obviously did not, but like, you know, all these older kids he was hanging out with did. And I don't know. I'm gonna ask him about it though. I'm gonna ask him if it like actually hurt or if he was just like spooked. Anyway, that he was a trooper. That was a very mean... I wouldn't say it was a mean thing to do. We didn't do it on accident. Or, like, we didn't do it as, like, a hazing thing. We were just like, this would be funny. This would be a good opener for the video. And he was like, oh, yeah, that's sick. And then he played along with it. Tons of booty, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, certainly. The roll assault opener, big damage. Big slap. Jab combo, not going to be enough. He's got power. They can both attack. Power boomerang at 99. Damn, dude. Ooh, the big lifesteal. Big face drill. I got his ass. Pain is interesting because it's just hard to tell how much something hurts. It's suggestive. Peer-to-peer. Sometimes when you're in pain, it can be hard to tell how bad it is actually. If another person was in my shoes, how would they react? Yeah, that's exactly it too, right? Like, the whole, like, how much pain are you on a scale of 1 to 10 is just, like, it's such a inane way to, like, think about pain. But also, I don't know what the better solution is, you know? Yeah, he's got the Blanca ball. The double thwack, jam and jelly gonna take it. You got jam in my jelly. You got jelly in my jam. Hobbs and Paladin Toaster up next. Big lifesteal miss there, yeah. 2 of the apes are undefeated right now. Get stomach pains all the time. It's hard to tell if it's really bad or if I'm just being a big baby. Yeah, I'm the same way with, like, if I have, like, a cold or whatever, right? Like, a lot of the time I just kind of, like, push through it. And I'll complain about it, like, once it gets, like, really bad. But, like, how bad is really bad? Like, can someone else, like, handle more congestion and, like, a worse headache and all that? Sub-Hopper moment? Yeah. He looks great. I love this card. I think he did a pretty good job. I don't like how fucked up the pixels got because you can only have 16 colors. So the algorithm tries to color match and doesn't always work. So like, you see how like sharp this is, right? And this is like the eyes are like blurred and like this is blurred. Everything is like kind of blurry. And this has like a really hard outline on everything. That's the problem with a lot of the battle portraits. A lot of people's are just like unbelievably blurry because of the algorithm of having too many colors and like trying to adjust. And it's not easy to fix, so it's not like a thing I'm critical of. It's just, you know, there's a difference. I think the cards I made, I don't know if they fit with anything else or if they work in game. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Dinger's pretty early and disappeared for 6 months. I'm hearing JP disappeared for 6 months. Can we get confirmation on that? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Anaphylaxis and I'm a fuzzy duck. Helps if I spell it right. Training under a waterfall. These tournaments cross-platform. Yeah, you can make it on Switch. All right, here we go. Get his ass. Roll assault. He hits him with the cinnamon roll. The big punch. Oh, 80% thrusts miss is awful. Oh, that's rough. Both monsters still in it. Thrust isn't going to do it, but 2 will. He goes for 2. In a way, he did get the thrusts. Yeah, it's nice that it's completely cross-platform. There will be tournaments soon. Next Deluxe Cup, maybe? With the More Monsters mod on. I still haven't uploaded the VOD for Deluxe Cup 2025. I gotta do that at some point. People running tournaments with More Monsters enabled? Not yet. Dayton Airways and Lame Punch Man. Need that 2025 VOD? Yeah, I know. Because you won the whole thing. Also, I did figure out what I wanted to do for your prize like months ago. It's just... I'm going to be honest. It's about having the money for it. Like, I'm not, like, struggling financially. But just, like, finding time to, like, get the commission and, like... all of that has been kind of a pain. Gave Dial-Up the win in bracket on the last match. Did the whale one? JP says it was 2-1 Dial-Up. Did 4 matches? Okay. I trust you. So the whale won the first one. Easy fix. Damn. I like the Triceratops? I know. Me so much. I like him. me so much like Triceratops. I enter him twice. Me so much is like such a Tim and Eric cadence. Alright, here we go. Game number 2. Okay, we see a Blizzard crit. Maybe the first one of the night. And then the bite to finish him off. He grits. He can attack again. He doesn't, though. Oh, Magic Pot gonna steal the life. He's got power. Power Blizzard. Power Stab. Power anything. Another Magic Pot. He gets his ass beat. Stole his soul. I was gonna say soul his stole, but that doesn't make any sense. Good damage on the stab. Gives him power immediately, though. Into the Magic Pot. He's back to full health. He's got power. Holy moly. The power continuum. Fury? Holy moly. He misses it. This is a lot. It's another 1-2. It doesn't kill. Oh, next hit wins. A 1-2 uppercut. No grit. Lame Punch Man. Gonna take that. What a set. I've talked about wanting to, like, have some, like, quick way to throw up, like, YouTube shorts of just matches. But, like, it's not something I want to bother editing. You got ads? You missed probably the craziest match of the night. These are cursed for you? Yeah. I get it. There's a better set before? How dare you disagree with the streamer? You don't even remember? It couldn't have been that good. Didn't even know the game had so much blood programmed into the monsters. Yeah, we're playing on the Sega Genesis version. Okay, game number 3, here we go. Big Needle Stab's missed this time. Twister Claw, a little bit of damage. Phantom Claw, it's not going to be enough. He's still in there. Triple Beams is the play, or Spike Bite. But he's just going to walk forward and get smoked. The kitty cat takes it. Garlic Bread and Brixie. Need the green blood mode, yeah. Dude, that was the funniest thing that was like said during the Street Fighter tournament. Most people were like, oh yeah, like I remember like really basic stuff. Like I remember how to do like a fireball, or like Blanca, you like mash the punch button to get the electricity or whatever. But someone showed up and they're like, I've never played this game before. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And they're like, no, I thought I had, but I've only played Mortal Kombat. And I was like, oh, okay, well, it's a different game, sorry. And I don't know what to tell you. You showed up to play the wrong game. And it was really casual, right? This is 3 rounds, yeah. And, like, you know, it was super casual. Nobody was, like, really... I was the only one who had, like, had any sort of strategy going into it. But they were like, yeah, I was actually really good at Mortal Kombat. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm like, you were, like, really good at Mortal Kombat, but, like, you don't know what Street Fighter is. I'm getting, like... It sounds sus to me. And so I'm like, okay, yeah, who did you play in Mortal Kombat? And they're like, the girl, I think. And I'm like, you know, I don't want to be that guy. But, like, if you were really good at the game, you'd probably remember the character's name. If you put in enough time to get really good at the game, you probably remember your main's name. Even if you don't remember anything they can do. Really good at Tekken amongst my friends when we were teens. Do you remember who you played? That was 35 years ago. You played Asuka? What was the first game Asuka was in? I don't even remember. I know she was in before 7, but 7's the first game where I remember, like, seeing her. She in like 5? The PSP one? I don't even know what one that is. 4? Was she in 4? I don't think I played 4. For some people, whipping a little sibling's ass constitutes being good at a fighting game. 100%. And, you know, this is not me being... Like, I am being judgmental. I can't sit here and pretend I'm not, right? Like, I obviously am. But it's not like... I'm not being harsh about it. It's just... It's, you know, people like to brag about how good they are at stuff, and... Was it not? No, it's not Dan, it's Marina. And it went from, like, I'm really good, despite not knowing this other game, which is, like, probably unlikely, but, like, you know, whatever, it is what it is, to, I don't know what character I played. but I was really good. And again, you know, memory is a fickle thing. It is a cruel thing. Tricks us into thinking we're better than we are. But also, I think they won like they went like 1-6 or whatever. And, you know, they didn't know what Street Fighter was, so that's not too bad. They won a set. Clover takes game number 1. Could 100% could have been worse. They won games against other people, but like didn't win the set. My friends and I were like having a discussion about how it's like they were saying it's miserable trying to play Smash Bros against people who are like really casual and like don't know anything about the game. And it was just like that's such a foreign concept to me, because like Smash is like, you know, arguably not as fun when you're playing with people who are like really, really awful and you're like good, but it's not like miserable. It's fine. It's fun. You handicap yourself, you try different characters, you get to like mess around with different things you don't normally do, you play with items, and like it's all fun. And I don't know, it was like blowing my mind. I'm like, are you guys like actually not capable of like playing the game with normal people? And they're not even like, they're not super like try hard, like they're functional adults. They've got pretty good opinions on games, and like, you know, they can like have a conversation with another person IRL and have it not be weird. Like they're not what you think of when you think of Smashers. But it was just like, they were like, yeah, no, I can't stand it. It's terrible. And I'm like, have you guys like never played a fighting game with someone who doesn't know how to play? Because it's so fun. Just like messing around. Like obviously it's a different type of fun when you're playing versus someone who actually knows, and you know, you're both like playing off of each other and getting better. But like when you're playing against someone who's never played the game before, it's kind of cool to just like mess around with characters you don't play and stuff. And just like rely specifically on fundamentals and things like that. Alright, we're getting into the big ones. Yeah, and you can show off. You can do like one round where you like absolutely fucking stunt on them. And then you're like, alright, I've had my fun. Let's go do, I'll play Mario. I've never played Mario. Different vibe, but a good one nonetheless. That's what I'm saying. And they're like, yeah, no, it's so unfun. And I'm like, I don't know, man. It's fun playing video games with people who aren't good, because you're not good at every video game either. I play like shooters with my friends, and I'm terrible at FPSs. I go over to my friend's house and we play, you know, Modern Warfare 1 or whatever, and it was like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm terrible. I'm holding everybody back, but it's fun. Halo 3, same thing. The only video game I'm good at is Monster Hunter 2. There's worse games to be good at. You could be like top player in the world at Barbie's Undersea Adventure. Verdant takes game 1, by the way. Ooh, the boomerang miss. That's pretty big. Yosav's big miss. The double boomerang misses again. He's at 50% on like 75%. Ooh, the knock is going to hit. There's power. Power thwack? Ooh. Chiquita Yida having really bad luck, all things considered today. Ah, well. He went 2-1 with some of the worst luck I've ever seen, so I'll take it. Weenie and Bartholomew's up next. 5 and 7. Apes together strong. All right, here we go. Next round. But yeah, JP, just for the... what am I going to say? For the sake of it. We normally do betting. But because the DXBL has like gotten really, really big, it's kind of hard for me to do bets for every single match. And realistically, a lot of the matches I was finding bets were like 50 bits to like 100 bits. And it's just like two people betting over and over again. Which is like, you know, they're doing it because it's there, but they're not really like into it. So I'm giving people some time to like save up their bits and then, or their chips, sorry. And then maybe we'll go hard on the Deluxe Cup. Bartholomew's takes it. It's good for the top fights. Yeah, which is what we're watching right now, by the way. But tonight's kind of a chill night. We're going to be done probably another half hour or so. I don't want to stay up super, super late tonight. What time do I have to be in tomorrow? I got to be in at 7. Weenie takes game number 2. Only have 121k? So what are we doing after this, folks? There's a new He Is Coming patch that lets you play PvP against one other person, which is kind of sick. Just pulled out the deck you got for winning Moose Meadow. Sick. Bartholomew's gonna take it. Four-sided dicey and let Leo on, bitch. Well, I'm really hoping to get a Monster Ranch. Hell yeah. Hola. Okay, here we go. The monkey. Wait. Dicey lost his first match, right? Against Toaster? Or no, he won it. No? No, he won it, right? Jam and Jelly lost his first match, yeah. Where does one get this game? It's on Steam and Switch. The Earthquake miss? I think Monkey's got this. It's gonna be hard to come back from. He squished him. That's what actually happened to the Titanic. They hit a big monkey. Dicey gonna take that. Chill Jill and It's Mochi up next. A lot of tildes in this tournament. Mostly worried about the stat caps and such. It's way different from how I'm used to playing the game. Yeah, it does change how you play pretty drastically. Yeah, you can get this on Switch. So Mochi Cannon rip off the bat. We're into game 2. Damn, the double licking gives him power. He doesn't have any guts, though. Ice Wave with power. Oh, it misses at 80%. That is so brutal, dude. The double crit on licking, too. Holy. Mochi beat his ass. Brixie and wet paint. I gotta, like, find a way to run Premiere at work so I can do some editing while I'm at work. That's, like, the level I'm at right now with, like, how little time I'm able to put into doing stuff for the channel, unfortunately. Because there's a couple of matches that like can be clipped, I think. He now with power would have certainly killed, yep. Just considering getting this on the Switch due to nostalgia, I think I'd be totally out of the loop. What do you mean you'd be out of the loop? You can just play the game. You don't gotta compete. And then you can compete later if you feel like you got it in you, you know? Damn, triple beam's big damage. It's got the needle stabs, the grit though. She's still in it. Mega Red 69, big ol' miss. Wet paint, another needle stabs. Is there a monster that has lifespan allow you to unlock every tech? Every monster technically. It's just how much you're willing to reset. You got it. Big damage. Ooh, wet paint's gonna take it. In the game 3. Okay, I'm a fuzzy duck in Dayton Airways. So I feel out of touch since I haven't been gaming in general for quite a long time, and this game in particular, back when I did have PS1. Again, you can just play casually. It's just a fun game to play when you got some downtime on the Switch, laying in bed or whatever. Did finish my middleweight in the course of one day, so hip hip hooray for that. That's cool. I'm happy for you. Dude, it's got press too. That's sick. I love press. Big bite. The foolery into the licking. Mochi's getting a lot of mileage with licking in this tournament. Dayton Airway is going to take it anyway, though. I'm playing on Steam. Angry Roll Assault. Good chunk of withering. -10. Goes for it again. Miss at 75. Oh, Ice Bomb. Good crit. Dayton Airways. Anything kills now. Scratch gonna take it. He grits, though. Fuzzy Duck's still in it. A Blizzard before he has the time to swing. Dayton Airways. Gonna win that one. Heavyweight Bajarl actually been doing pretty good. Paladin, Toaster, and Jacobert up next. In the last heavyweight tournament, there were 2 Bajarls, and I think they both went 3-0. One might have went 2-1. Either way, they both did really well. Again, you know, not a huge sample size, but Tex, I think it's 1-2 uppercut and well, it's hook and magic punch are like the big ones. Or Mystic Punch, whatever the one in slot 3 is. He's angry. Doesn't like getting withered. He won game 1 and he's like, fuck that. Into cutting 2. Paladin Toaster gonna take it. Next up, Carnation and Alice. Hanger's good, but I barely see them. Hanger's pretty common in middleweight. Probably the format he's most common in. But Hanger's really strong, just in general. Okay. Any Suezo in this tournament? No, I don't think so. When the world needs Stardust most, he vanished? Yeah. Here you are talking about 6 months. That dude's been gone for like 2 years. Is Galley good? Yes, he's very strong. The Red Wisp. The Withering. That kicks. Kick him in the bottom of the cape. Galley's the first one you got the S with? That checks out. Oh, big crit slap, but it's not enough. Least common monster in DXBL overall? I don't actually know. Niton's pretty rare. There's a couple of Undines, but not a lot. Not too many Hoppers, yeah. Maybe like Hopper or Niton. Alice dodging everything. Holy. Alright, well, I was going to take game 2 there. Did not want to get hit. We got a game 3. Here we go. Who's going to take this? Flame opener, big miss. Slap can do a little chunk of damage, but not too much. Back blow miss at the 75%. The heavy blow to follow it up, same percentage. About a third of Alice's life gone. Lightning going to get pretty close to tying that up. Blaze Wall is a big play here. The heal rate miss at 62 is huge for Carnation. The Blaze Wall, a little bit of damage. Very accurate. Pretty solid. A crit will kill. The heal rate misses again. And a kick, it's not going to be enough damage. Goes for the thwack just to finish things off. Carnation wins game number 3. The Galley does it, folks. Okay, Sono Head and Clover up next. Goes pretty rare too, yeah. What's Niton's best format? Probably middleweight. Niton is best when his opponent doesn't have a good chance to dodge, because all of his stuff is like fairly powerful but pretty middling in accuracy. Niton's big thing is that everything has really high crit chance. So it's like decent damage and then like huge crit chance on top of that. So he's got good like one-shot potential, but then as soon as you know, stuff can dodge, all of his stuff becomes very expensive. It's not they're not moves you want to swing like multiple times. All right. There's Moo? Yeah, this isn't Moo, but Moo is in the game, yeah. This is Gariel. Oh, some Worm's so boring to raise. Those are like two completely different monsters with like completely different like stat gains. Somersault. If you don't like raising Ghost or Worm, I'm not sure what you do like raising. What do you like raising? I guess you could get something like a Nighton, or not Nighton, Naga that's like power and accuracy. Nighton makes sense though regarding not seeing. Sucks when your tech chains sit in the same slot, so you gotta go through multiple tech chains to fill your techs. Yeah, Nighton's biggest issue, more than like, he's not inherently bad, it's just that he's extremely difficult to build for compared to a lot of other monsters. So because of that, people are just like, it's not worth the effort. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's 1-1. Glide charge, big miss. Somersault. The big somersaults. It's like Nighton and Sniper are probably like the two hardest monsters to build in the game. And Sniper is at least a top tier. Gaboo's fun. Do we see a lot of them? Yeah, there's quite a few Gaboos. I think the last tournament there was 3. Clover's going to take that one 2-1. Magic Man and Jam and Jelly up next. Yeah, actually playing Pokemon, rather metagame. Shame many games can't just D&D enter stats. Yeah, Monster Enter is the opposite, though, because you're not actually playing the game right now, right? So if you're just putting stats into a table, you've, like, literally haven't played the game at all. If you just, like, cheat engine in your stats and your techs, like, you might as well have let a robot play the game for you, because there's no, like, human control here. Whereas in Pokemon, that's fine. I think it's okay to use, like, Showdown or whatever, right? Like, I would much rather play Showdown, but it's because there's like user input in the actual tournament section of it, the actual competitive part. Here it's all about risk mitigation and like being like, okay, the AI sucks, so like how do I build around that? Uppercut doing a little bit of damage. Boomerang, a huge chunk. And the thwack miss. You mean you can fail faster then? For this, you mean? I think you're not interested in playing the game. Damn, he hits him with the crit slap at the end to take it. Times you don't build around it, you go big and go hard. That's true, you can do that too. Nighton Subgel. Yeah, Clear Shell's not very common. I may be the only person who's raised, like, a clear... or at least one of the only people who's raised a Clear Shell for competition. Like, I raised one for a thing that... It was a New Year's tournament. That... Who was it? Oh, it was... Fuck, who ran it? Bill Nihilist. You have a heavyweight clear shell? Sick. Mine was called Zoroaster Jr., which is a very different name. Hobbs and Dirty Myrtle. Zoroaster Jr. is definitely one of my favorite names I've come up with, though. Dirty Myrtle. Bill Nihilus hasn't streamed in quite a while, but he was definitely one of my favorite streamers. Like, one of those situations where, like, if he had started and, like, made it his, like, focus to, like, be a streamer, like, 7 or 8 years ago, he would have, like, he'd be killing it. But maybe not, because, you know, so much of, like, getting discovered and stuff is just straight up luck. But, like, there's so many people out there who are, like, analogs of, like, his same kind of humor. He's very, very intelligent. He's witty. I love his streams, but he's been away doing real life stuff. Dirty Myrtle gonna take it. Game 2, here we go. He's got kind of like a Thai Tuesday vibe. A little bit less, like, outgoing, like, energetic, but, like, similar vibes. Ice Wave missed. The bubbles. The bubbles. Goth vs. Princess. Oh, the tail lashes. It's going to be enough. Woo, he's still in it. Punch combo. Oh, what a finisher. One life and a dream, baby. We're going to game 3. He's not out yet. Hobbs still going. Bubbles opener, pretty rough. Into the Ice Wave miss. You know what? He put in a good showing. He did his best. He still grits. His opponent's got no guts. He needs them to miss everything. He needs something big. He needs Ice Wave. He's got slaps. Double crit chance. Anger. Anger, Ice Meteor, and it missed at 86%. No! Ice Meteor is a critical hit tech. It would have had basically a 100% chance to crit there. And 86% chance to hit in the first place. Would it have killed? It would have been close. 86 miss. Dirty Myrtle basically rolled a 6 on the die to win that. Phoenix and Unpopular. Okay, we're getting close to the end. We got 3 more matches after this. Pretty good, 2.5 hours for a tournament. At least that lets me know I can do more. Damn, Unpopular gonna take it, eh? Let me see, is there a time I can stream again later this week? Not really. Tuesday, yeah, tomorrow I work 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. And then Wednesday I got sparring. I don't have anything Thursday yet. Maybe we do a Thursday stream. Matchup makes you proactively sad. About to root for the Joker, but he died before he could finish typing. It's actually really funny because in like any other format, this is so heavily weighted in Joker's favor, it's not even funny. And Unpopular still had to get lucky. It's quite literally like, I don't know, like an 8-2 matchup probably. I would say a Joker would win 80% of the time. Unpopular just landed everything, though. Anaphylaxis and Lame Punch Man up next. Speaking of Lame Punch Man, I gotta watch a new episode of One Punch Man, which is apparently like extremely bad animation-wise. People have been complaining a lot about the new season, and for the most part, I've been like, it's not that bad. People are complaining that like there's long, drawn-out shots while there's like exposition happening, which is like the best time to have a long, drawn-out shot. Like, what are people complaining about? But in this new episode, apparently, there's like characters with like extra fingers, and there's like weird cropping where like the top of the character's head is cut off. They have no money to animate it, apparently. What's the percentage of grit activating, assuming no defense and 100 loyalty? 25%, I think. That's the best part of AI. Can't rely on good breeds or text too much and gives room for unexpected losses. It's true. Love the anime. Season 1 is so good. Season 2 is pretty good too. I don't really care about the long pan overs while they explain stuff. That's like not really that egregious to me. People complaining about that I think are being pretty disingenuous, because like I've seen other animes. That's like a thing in like almost all anime, to the point where in the 90s it was like a really common thing that like Japanese anime was cheap because they did that shit over and over again. Like Western animators had derision for anime because they used that shit so often. But the whole like the top half of the character's head is cut off while they're in frame, and like other like really lazy things like that, like character has too many fingers, and I think one of the characters has like 3 boobs for like a couple of the shots, which like makes people think that like they used AI for it. Dial Up and Cyclops up next. Second season had more fighting. Dude, I will say the last episode, not the one that came out yesterday, but the one before that, was like nothing happened really. And then it was just like over. And I remember thinking when it happened, I was a little bit drunk. We were coming home from a party when I watched it, and I was like, did I like zone out during like all the fighting? And then I like scrubbed through it later and I was like, oh, like nothing actually happened in this episode. You know what people want? They've been watching Total Recall. Northern Lion had a bit about how there's 2 movies that have a lady with 3 boobs in them, and they're Total Recall and Total Recall, the remake. But now, we got One Punch Man. Yeah, Dial Up. I think... Okay, I'm losing my mind. That's 1-1, right? I wonder if an animator made a character who has a 6-digit hand, would be forced to explain how that... They would... Well, I mean, they would explain it in the first place. It's just part of the explanation of the lore, you know? Other characters would be like, why do you gotta fuck that hand? That seems like a non-issue to me. It's kind of funny that you bring it up, because there's other examples of like people not using AI and it like really looking like AI just because the thing they made is so bad. There's some new Magic the Gathering cards that were like accused of being AI, and like I was pretty sure they were AI. I was talking to Macho about it, and then we like found the guy's other works, and it's like he kind of just has like a sloppy maximalist type of style, to the point where I'm still pretty sure some of the new cards he made are AI, just because like there's mistakes that no human would make on them. But also, it does literally look like all his other work. So he's a victim of it, but also like it kind of sucks. So it's like, I don't know. I'm not too burdened by that. I've done the calculations as the foremost mock expert. Joker mock is 71.29. This is a fact. I could see that. Anything being more than like 55-45 in this game is like really, really crazy. Okay, garlic bread and I'm full of soup. Garlic bread and soup? Yeah, we got the whole entree. Wouldn't put it past Wizards to do it? No, exactly. I don't think anyone would be surprised. But if you're wondering what we're talking about, in particular, it's the lands that they made for the Ninja Turtles set. And it's like pieces of pizza. And it is the most like, this is not actually food looking pizza that I've ever seen in my life. And like the hands are holding the pizza in ways that are like, a hand has never held pizza like this. And then one of them has like Raphael's sigh, like stabbing the piece of pizza, and it's like missing one of the like the tines on the like the little side holders for the side. Like just mistakes that are like, this is a mistake AI would make. And the dude is like adamant that he made it himself, which is like way, way, way worse. I don't want to max Yikes, but Digimon is like the card game that doesn't feel like Yikes right now. Digimon seems cool. It's one of those things where it's like, I know a lot of like the people who are like the worst hit by AI are people who made like maximalist like shiny art styles. It's a style faux AI. Yeah. I've just said I'm going to bed. Well, you're in luck because that's it, man. We're done. That's the whole tournament. Let's take a look and see how people did, I suppose. End the tournament. Okay. So, we got It's Mochi with the 3-0. That's pretty sick. Verdant, Four-Sided Dicey, and Bartholomew's. Congratulations, congratulations. And then we got Weenie, Chiquita Deita, Chill Jill at Leo on Betch, Garlic Bread, Clover, Unpopular, Jam and Jelly, Dirty Myrtle, Lame Punch Man, and Cyclops, all with a 2-1. We got Magic Man, I'm Full of Soup, Hobbs, Sono Head, Dial Up, Anaphylaxis, Wet Paint, Carnation V2, Phoenix, Dayton Airways, and Paladin Toaster with a 1 and 2. And then Alice, Jacobert, I'm a Fuzzy Duck, and Brixie doing not so hot tonight. We got both the Pixies with an 0 and 3. We got one Mochi 3-0 and one Mochi 0 and 3. The duality of Moch. Does this promote Dicey to C rank? No. No, he's in B rank. He'll get to fight for the championship though. There will be a title match held for each format and each rank therein. Okay, so yeah, you can be champion of D, yeah. And then after a while, you can choose to move up if you keep winning, or you can like retain your belt and like stay, like whatever you want to do. You can vacate the championship. I'll give you the choice as time goes on. Okay, I didn't have plans for something to do after this. I might be okay just having like a short stream. 2-hour stream. We're chilling. Like I said, it might be it for me. I could play like windswept or something, but like I'm kind of not feeling how intense that shit is right now. That's not the vibe right now, because I'm like ultra late game in I don't know. What's the lowest rank? It's going to be E, but we need some monsters to demote first. Good night, ranchers. Yeah, I think it's good night time. We're just gonna have a quick night, quick little tournament. I'm still like struggling to stream and put out videos as much as I want during this work season. I'm so excited for the winter, and we're just gonna chill and we're gonna stream all the time. We're gonna have a great time. It's gonna be fantastic. But yeah, I think we just call it. We had a short day. Normally, I would be like really like anxious about it and be like, oh, like I have to stream X amount of hours, but it's a lot easier to, you know, justify streaming less when I'm working 60+ hours a week, you know? Okay, someone's playing Monster Rancher? Yeah, we'll raid them. Our rankings up in my Discord, the last couple of weeks haven't been updated yet, but yes, they are. Okay. I'm feeling sleepy. My hair is disheveled as hell. I gotta get a haircut, man. It's funny, when my hair gets longer, it makes me look more bald. When it gets long, it like makes it look like I have a worse widow's peak than I do. And then when I get my hair cut, my hair ends up looking longer. Also, don't mind the red line I have all the way across my forehead, the eczema or whatever it is that I get every winter is back. You know, it is what it is. Okay, night-night. We're gonna go raid somebody. Bye-bye. I'm just like rambling at this point. Have a good one. I'll hopefully see you Thursday. Either way, we're gonna be uploading some more videos. So, see ya.